You know, I've always believed sailing's one of the few adventures that actually gets better with age. There's a kind of wisdom, a pace, and a patience you earn over the years that fits this life on the water just right. But the boat you choose? That makes all the difference. And I've learned, sometimes the hard way, that not all sailboats are created equal when it comes to comfort and ease, especially as we get a little older. So today, I want to share what I think are the top 5 best sailboats for seniors who want to cruise comfortably. These are boats I've either sailed myself or crossed paths with often, and each one brings something special to the table for older cruisers. Whether you're sailing solo in retirement, cruising with a partner, or just looking for a boat that won't beat you up underway, this list is for you. The first time I stepped aboard an Island Packet 35, it felt like walking into a small floating cottage. You know the kind. Warm, solid, and inviting. These boats have a reputation for being built like little tanks, and that's not far off. But what really makes them a dream for senior sailors is the way they're laid out for comfort and peace of mind. Let's start topside. The cockpit is deep and well protected, with high coamings that give you that secure, tucked-in feeling even when the weather turns. The seats are long enough to stretch out for a nap, and there's enough space to maneuver without having to twist and contort yourself every time you want to trim a sail or grab a line. The helm is steady and responsive, and all the controls are close enough that you don't have to dance around the deck to make adjustments. Speaking of the deck, wide side decks with lots of handholds make it easy to move forward when you need to, and that full keel gives you a steady, forgiving ride that won't jar your joints every time you hit a wave. She tracks beautifully, especially in heavier seas, and the motion is slower and more predictable than a fin keel. That means less fatigue and more confidence when the going gets rough. Down below is where the Island Packet 35 really shines. It's incredibly roomy for a 35-footer, with headroom that won't have you ducking every few feet. The layout is open but smart. No wasted space, just a cozy salon, a real nav station, and a galley that's easy to work in even when it's blowing stink outside. The U-shaped galley wraps around you so you're always braced, and the double sink, big icebox, and gimbaled stove are all within arm's reach. The V-berth is spacious and comfortable, and the aft cabin, tucked in behind the nav station, is surprisingly generous. Both sleeping spaces feel private and quiet, which is a real plus if you've got guests aboard. And the hay head is easy to access, with a separate shower area that doesn't leave the whole room soaked every time you rinse off. What I love most about this boat is that it encourages you to slow down and enjoy the ride. It's not built for speed, it's built for comfort, safety, and long-haul cruising without stress. And for those of us who'd rather arrive rested than rushed, that's the perfect pace. If you're looking for a boat that takes care of you instead of the other way around, the Island Packet 35 is hard to beat. If you've spent any time walking docks or chatting at marinas, you've probably seen a Catalina 34 more than once. And there's a good reason for that. This boat has been one of the most popular cruisers out there for decades. It's kind of the go-to family boat that, over time, has also become a favorite among retirees and senior cruisers who want something that's easy to handle but still feels like a real boat. The cockpit on the Catalina 34 is spacious and practical. It's got wheel steering and a well-laid-out set of winches and clutches that let you handle most of the sailing without leaving your seat. For older sailors, this is a godsend. Less moving around means less wear and tear on your body. The seats are long enough to stretch out, and the walk-through transom with a swim ladder makes getting in and out of the water easier than climbing over a lifeline or dealing with an awkward stern. She's a sloop rig, and the sail plan is simple and efficient. The main is manageable, and the head sail isn't oversized, so you won't be fighting the sheets every time the wind pipes up. Some versions have in-mast furling, which can be a nice touch if you're not keen on wrestling a mainsail into the stack pack. Even with the standard rig, though, everything is balanced and predictable. Down below, the Catalina 34 feels more like a 40-footer. The salon is wide and open, with lots of natural light. It has a traditional layout that works well for longer stays: big dinette to starboard, a compact but efficient galley to port, and a proper chart table. The settees are comfortable and long enough to double as extra berths. The forward cabin has a decent V-berth, and the aft cabin, tucked under the cockpit, is one of the better ones in boats this size. It's got a real door for privacy, good ventilation, ventilation, and enough room to change clothes without doing a yoga routine. The head is functional and easy to keep clean, and there's room to install grab bars if you need them. Where the Catalina really stands out is in its handling. It's light on the helm, responsive, and doesn't require much muscle to manage. I've known couples in their 70s and even 80s who cruise these boats happily with no trouble at all. And because there are so many of them out there, parts and advice are easy to come by, something you really appreciate when you're not looking to spend days chasing down rare fittings. It's a forgiving, friendly boat that makes you feel at home. For seniors who still want to actively sail but don't want to be constantly fixing things or battling their boat, the Catalina 34 hits that sweet spot perfectly. The Hunter 33 is a sailboat designed with comfort and convenience at the forefront, making it especially well suited for senior sailors who want to cruise with minimal strain. This model strikes a balance between modern styling, easy handling, and interior spaciousness, all packed into a manageable 33-foot hull. Starting on deck, the Hunter 33 features a large, comfortable cockpit with a fold-down helm seat and a walk-through transom, which makes boarding from a dinghy or dock easier and safer. The cockpit layout allows the helmsman to stay in place while still reaching the primary winches and sail controls, which reduces the need to move around during sail adjustments. The lines are led aft, and many versions include an in-mast furling main, making sail handling much more approachable, especially for those with reduced mobility or strength. The boat's B&R rig eliminates the need for a backstay and spreads the rigging load, allowing for a large, easily trimmed mainsail. This contributes to better sailing performance while keeping things simple for the sailor. The wide beam carried well aft gives the cockpit a roomy feel, and the higher-than-average lifelines, solid handholds, and uncluttered decks contribute to a secure environment when moving about. Below deck, the interior space is bright, open, and impressively roomy for a boat of this length. The salon includes a wraparound dinette, full galley with plenty of counter space, and good headroom throughout, reducing the chance of accidental bumps or discomfort. Large port lights and hatches offer natural ventilation and light, making the cabin feel inviting and easy to live in for extended periods. The Hunter 33 offers 2 private cabins, one forward and one aft, each with double berths and storage space. The aft cabin in particular is spacious for this size range and includes good access and standing room at the entrance. The head is straightforward, functional, and easy to clean, with some layouts featuring a separate shower area. Overall, the Hunter 33 emphasizes ease of use and comfortable living. With its low-maintenance design, accessible deck layout, and roomy interior, it's a practical option for seniors who want to enjoy cruising without the physical demands often associated with larger or more performance-oriented sailboats. The Beneteau Oceanis 38.1 is a modern cruiser that blends performance, comfort, and a touch of luxury in a way that appeals strongly to sailors looking for ease and relaxation, particularly seniors who value ergonomic features and quality of life on board. Above deck, the cockpit is designed for both comfort and control. It features twin helms and a wide, open layout that makes movement simple and safe. There's a fold-down transom that turns into a swim platform, making boarding from a dinghy or getting into the water much easier, especially for those who prefer not to climb over lifelines. All sail controls are led aft to the cockpit, so you can handle most lines from one central location, reducing the need for moving around the deck while underway. The rig is straightforward and efficient, with many models equipped with furling mainsails and self-tacking jibs, which can greatly simplify sailing short-handed. The boat's balanced hull shape and broad beam carried well aft provide stability, minimizing heel and motion, 2 factors that contribute to a more comfortable ride, particularly on longer passages. Below deck, the Oceanis 38.1 shines with one of the most customizable and spacious interiors in its class. It features a wide-open salon with ample natural light, thanks to large hull windows and overhead hatches. The space feels modern, airy, and easy to move around in, with a large dinette and a compact yet well-equipped galley. Multiple layout options allow for 1 or 2 private cabins, and the owner's suite forward offers excellent ventilation, a full-sized berth, and enough headroom to move comfortably. The aft cabin also provides a generous berth and access to storage, while the head includes a separate shower area in some versions, an appreciated detail for anyone looking to stay clean and dry without much effort. The Oceanis 38.1 is a boat that's easy to live aboard and even easier to sail. With features aimed at comfort, simple sail handling, and relaxed cruising, it's an excellent choice for seniors who want a modern, elegant boat without the complications of high-performance gear or complex systems. The Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 36i is a sleek, practical cruising sailboat that offers a good mix of performance, comfort, and user-friendly design. It's especially well-suited for senior sailors who want an easy-to-handle boat that doesn't compromise on interior space or modern conveniences. One of the standout features on deck is the clean, uncluttered layout. The side decks are wide and free of trip hazards, with solid handholds and high lifelines for added security when moving forward. The cockpit is spacious, with plenty of seating and a fold-away cockpit table that makes it comfortable for relaxing, dining, or simply moving about without squeezing past hardware or lines. Twin wheels allow for great visibility while helming and easier access to the stern. Sail handling is simple, even for short-handed crews. All lines are led aft to the cockpit, and many models are outfitted with a furling Genoa and in-mast furling mainsail. These features significantly reduce the need for physical effort during sail changes or reefing. The main sheet traveler is mounted on the coach roof, keeping the cockpit free of obstructions, which adds to the safety and comfort for those who may not want to be constantly ducking under hardware. Down below, the Jeanneau 36i is surprisingly roomy. The I stands for injection-molded construction, which makes the boat lighter but structurally strong, allowing for more open interior spaces without compromising strength. Natural light pours in through multiple hatches and long hull ports, giving the cabin a bright, airy feel. The layout includes a spacious salon with a wraparound settee and a practical galley equipped with ample counter space, storage, a 2-burner stove, and a decent-sized fridge. The cabinetry and finish are warm and welcoming without being overly fancy or fragile. There are typically 2 cabins, one forward and one aft, both with double berths that are easy to access. There's room to stand and move around when getting dressed, which can be a challenge on some boats in this size range. The head is functional and comfortable, with good ventilation and enough space to use safely without feeling cramped. For seniors seeking a blend of modern style, easy maintenance, and straightforward sailing, the Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 36i delivers. It's a solid choice for coastal cruising or even longer getaways, offering peace of mind and comfort at every turn. So there you have it, 5 sailboats that really stand out for seniors who want to cruise comfortably. Whether you're looking for the old-school strength and charm of the Island Packet 35, the familiar reliability of the Catalina 34, or the modern comforts of the Beneteau Oceanis 38.1, each of these boats brings something special to the table. The key is finding one that matches your pace, your priorities, and the kind of sailing life you want to enjoy. Because at the end of the day, sailing in our later years isn't about pushing the limits, it's about soaking in the journey, staying safe and relaxed, and having a boat that feels like home. One that's as ready for a peaceful evening at anchor as it is for an easy day sail with friends or family. I always say, the right boat doesn't fight you, it fits you, and any one of these 5 could be just that kind of fit. If you've sailed any of these boats, or you're out there cruising in one now, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And if you're still searching, take your time, climb aboard a few, and trust your gut. The sea will be waiting, and the right boat will make the adventure even sweeter. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.